feel like building. Little decathlon action going on here. It's cold outside, so we can't fly. So we might as well build something. Put something together. It's a random video. What's going on, dude? Afternoon. Oh, man, from Maryland. Nice. From Looney Tunes, Maryland. Jackson RC Aviation. Man, happy Sunday, dude. It's a good Sunday. It's cold, though, man. It's like 30-something degrees outside, and it's going to be in the lower 30s here, which is pretty cold for North Carolina. North Carolina standards. I guess we're like right there on that line of where the South meets the North. You know, we get all 4 seasons, so it's kind of cool. In the meantime, it's cold out there. Can't really fly, so I decided to, why not, put something together, right? Might as well. Nothing else to do. Let's see here. What's going on, guys? I need to make that a little bigger so I can see it. Yeah. Let me make that a little bigger so I can read what you guys are posting over there. What's going on, RC Pilot Will? Cool. Make this thing bigger. The kids are going bonkers in there. Let's see here. There we go. Making that chat a little bigger so I can see. I guess I'm getting old. Let's see here. Nice. And bigger. Bigger. All right. There we go. Cool. I'll make those tall and big so I can read. Haha. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Let's see here. Perfect. All right. Let's see here. What's going on, Bill? Got the guys in here on a random Sunday, right? I was like, why not? Let's see here. You have no idea yet. It gets worse. Huh. Yeah. Tell me about it. I don't know, dude. I'll take this this cold we got. I think the coldest I've ever experienced was like 19 degrees. And it was cold. Dude, this is the little decathlon, man. It's the what is it? The RJG comes out of the box like that already, pretty much ready. That's kind of nice. There you go. You can see that. Just gonna put that right there. Probably gonna fall. Yeah, man. Let's see. Time to make a sport out of this hobby. Yeah. About to start on the V364A10 smoke scheme. Dude, that's cool. I got to get one of those, man. I really need one of those. Pretty impressed with that one, too, to be honest with you. Pretty nice looking bird. I want one. I just have the 80mm and I can't basically come to terms with getting, you know, that one. Man, I probably could. See if I can make a mess here. Never mind me. I'll pull this stuff out. But yeah, man, happy Sunday, guys. Got a vacuum here anyway. AKA the man cave. Let's see here. Sweet little flyer, order mine, and runners. I'm not sure it's needed. Yeah, probably not needed. Man. What's up, Jeff? How's it going? All right. Now if I can remember what I did with the X-Acto blade. I just had it. Man, I'm losing it. Losing it. What are you guys up to? It's a nice, over here it's nice. Blue skies. What are you guys up to? Man. Can you guys hear me pretty well? What in the world did I do with the blade, man? It was no bueno. Oh, there it is. Nice. Let's see. What time is it where you guys are? Oh, just kind of hanging out. I forget where some of you people are. Now, most of you guys are from like Maryland. A lot of you guys are up north. Let's see here. It's a sweet little flyer. I don't normally randomly go live, but I decided to randomly go live. Why not? My kids are going bonkers, so I decided to do something productive. Too cold outside for them to go out there. They're all sick. So I was like, man, playing Battlefield 6. I don't know if you guys play the Battlefield 6, but dude, that Battlefield 6 is pretty awesome. Let me keep this camera off a little bit. There we go. I like it. Yeah, man, that Battlefield 6 is pretty fun. I definitely do. Let's see. Well, we're here in the UK. Currently 6:10 p.m. and dark and miserable. Man. Yeah. The UK. I always think of like rainy days of the UK. I've never been to the UK, to be honest with you. I want to go. But, you know, kind of want to. And I want to go to the UK and experience the UK. You know what I mean? I want to experience some of the culture there and all that good stuff going on. Like, you know, food, history, that kind of stuff. Huge history buff, man. Away from, like, the hobby. Military history, just history in general. I love all of it. All right. We got us a nice little tail section right there. How about that? We'll take that and set that on the wing. Finish on this airplane's phenomenal. Got a little landing gear there. They look a little flexible, huh? Yeah, they do look a little flexible. One thing I already noticed off the bat I do not like is all those screws. Man, that's going to be a heck of a lot of screws. Let's hope we don't have to screw that so much. I don't know. Let's see here. Victor RC Jets, what's going on, man? You're over there in California. It's got to be, what, 11? Yeah. Not even 11, like 10. Yeah. Dude, let's see. You'll be made very welcome if you ever make it. Hit me up. Dude, that would be awesome, man. I've always wanted to go. I'm serious. Definitely like the history of the UK. You know, kind of like the fatherland of the United States, right? But where it all began, history-wise at least. But I have friends that live in Germany and they love it. They're like, please come to Germany. You'll love it here. And I'm like, kind of like want to get out there a little bit, but I want to go to a hobby shop in other countries just to see what they're like, you know, like an authentic one. From pictures, they seem to be very similar to what we have, but I don't know if it's a big thing there or not. All right, check this out. We got the little RJG out. I got this thing on sale at Horizon Hobby. It was like $179. I had a little discount code. Went ahead and got that, and it's like receiver ready, dude. That thing's good to go. You can't beat that for the price. Get you another airplane, and when I tested this one, I did the review on this one. It was such a phenomenal flyer, but I only did like one review. So I was like, I need to get another one because I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And at that time, there's a bunch of airplanes coming out, so I had to like move on to the next thing. So kind of switch how I did things on the channel to where I'm not going to move on as quick. Kind of like what everybody else does, you know, they go to the next like best thing. And it's important to, do reviews on these things because, and do a re-review and then another review because, these things are out here in the market. So sometimes they make very quiet, upgrades to these things, and you never hear about it. They just do it. And so I thought that would be kind of cool to go ahead and get that little guy going. All right. And they always stick the manuals back there. You guys can see how many manuals I have laying around in here. It's ridiculous. It's pretty crazy. Let's see here. All day coffee this time of year locally. Man, that sounds good, dude. I know I can drink coffee like 24/7. I'm like a heavy coffee drinker. The only reason I don't drink a lot of coffee is because last time I got like acid reflux. And at my job, I was drinking like 4 cups a day, like in the morning time. And I got to the point where it wasn't even effective. And I was like, I was drinking it because it's good, but I was also drinking it because of its, I needed that pick me up. Kids were yelling at the time, and energy was less than lacking. So, all right, man. If we got any Jet guys that are watching, hit me. Let me know if any of you guys are familiar with Jet Central Jets. I've got many questions. Trying to put one together. Never done that. Always done the Shuiwen King Tex, and so run into a couple little hiccups with some of them. And so I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right. So if you guys are familiar with it, let me know. Let's see. RC Pilot Will, what's up, man? He says, I'm going to play in the wind. Nice. Yeah, it's not that bad out today. I was looking on the app for our field, and let's see what the app is saying. It's currently at our field, it's 26 miles an hour, gusting up to 40. And so one cool thing about our field is we have a camera, so we can actually take a look at the camera and see what the windsock is doing. Kind of give you an idea. Oh, that's awesome. So yesterday it was cold, and I had my turbine jet out there. I was working on it, had some issues, and I accidentally hit the factory reset on the MFC on the HSD jets L39. So literally the majority of the time I was out there, I was trying to work through that. And Will, if you look at our camera, you can see where I was smoking out the whole place. I was like driving around. Here, let's try to. You guys can kind of see that. You see all that white right there? That's the smoke from my jet. I couldn't fly it because it was so dark. So I was like driving up and down the runway, just running the smoke, just for the heck of it, just because it was fun. So let's see here. Will, I don't have much going on today either, dude. I might come out there with you. A good day at the field, even if you're flying or not, is still a good day at the field. So let me know, man. But I'm going to check the sock real quick. I know it's super gusty. Last time we went out there and it was like blowing like 20-something, we had fun. But it was, I don't know, man, if it's worth me burning the diesel fuel to get out there. So we'll see. Let's take a look here. Let's see. I have a pot. And I am. But I'm up early with horses. Yeah, we got a horse too, Bill. Let's see, got a quarter horse. I found a legit King Tech supplier with 45s in stock. Dude, that's lucky. I only have a Jet Months. I call Shuiwen personally. A good friend has a Jet Central Rabbit in one of his models. He had a minor issue. Got it sorted out. My issue is with the pump that pumps the fuel and the Keros start. I'm like, it's 2 little pins, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how the heck to. I want to make sure that I got it right. That's the thing. I don't want to mess anything up. Okay, got a little tail section action right here. Question is should I read the manual, man? Us guys don't really want to read manuals. We don't like to do that, but might have to do that. Might have to do it. So, a little manual action never hurt anybody. Let's see, I was only thinking of it. but I'm stuck in front of the PS5. Oh yeah, dude, Will, I'll tell you, man, I was playing Battlefield 6 and just on it, man. Sometimes you gotta have fun. Let's take a look here. See the battery. Okay. I see. So this thing takes those screws, the self-tapping screws. We've got 2 screws that go in there and 1 in the tail section. All right. We're cooking. We're cooking. All right. Not a bad thing to read. Some directions, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting. We got like a little plug right here. It says inside. Okay. What does that mean, inside? Oh, it means that. It's a little plug back here. I don't see that, so let's take a look there. And that's a nifty little place to put the plug, I guess. My question is, how do you know if you got it in there right or not? Which way is positive and negative? Guess it doesn't matter, huh? That's crazy. Maybe we'll just leave that out. I don't know. Hopefully it's all right. Not. We'll know soon. Okay. Got that right there. It's a nice little bird, man. Just gonna plug it up right here. We got a little tail section right here. Man. Okay. No. Oh yeah. There we go. Little tail section action going on. Slide it on in there like that. And then voila. We got us a tail section. Rudder elevator already done. I'll flip this little guy over and put some screws in there. We got some screws, man. Let's see here. I only use A6 turbines. Oh, Schwinn. I know, man. Trust me. If I could go back and use the Schwinn, I know how Schwinns are. They're so much easier. Dude, I would definitely do that. But I've already got the Cheetah, so I'm just kind of like, let me just work through it. It's not that difficult, but I just want to make sure that I'm doing it the right way. Because sometimes, man, you can mess things up. And I don't want to mess things up. Because it gets expensive when you mess things up. But, you know, what are you going to do? Dropping that little guy in there. Let's see, got Jackson Aviation, FMS, makes Horizon Hobby planes. Yeah, they do, for sure. Yeah. They're all everybody's just making the same stuff, you know? Let's see here, we got that screw in there. We're just going to tighten this little guy down. Let's see, Paul Slide, what's up, man? He says manuals are there for after you've broken it. Yeah, for sure. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's funny. I feel like that, dude, sometimes, though. Like, man, I'm not going to read the manual. Why would I read the manual? But, you know, I was better prepared when I had all this stuff together. But I can't find my screwdriver. It's around here somewhere. And, man, I kind of like made a mess over here. Just kind of threw everything out. But that's okay. Got a screwdriver somewhere around here. I think I found it. So, it's a good day to put something together, man. Sometimes I like these like slow Sundays where you get to relax and kind of ease into the Monday. We're getting to the holiday season, and you know, everything ramps up a little bit, and then it kind of slows down really nicely, at least for me. But I can't find my screwdriver. I may have to go out in the garage and go get it because I need that. Get my little screwdriver, man. I had a little tool set there. I'm not sure this might work, but let's see. All pretty much have the same firmware. Just run it up Memorize. Yeah, for sure. My thing is like the firmware is good. I already got all the wires ran. My thing is that the little Caro, it has like a little square Caro pump, and it has like one going in and then one going out. One's going to the Caro line for the start, and I just wanted to make sure that that thing was proper, like it was the right thing. So, um, but you know, what can you do? That's kind of weird. I'm trying to look at this little thing here. Make sure. Is that a screw? That's an Allen. It's an Allen key. It's crazy. Didn't even know that. So we're gonna take some of this here and see if we can't get that right. We'll see what's going on with that. See what we can't get going on here. Let's see here. Definitely not that screw. This one? Is this it? Let's see here. Dude, I really don't like when they do the little Allen keys, man. It just drives me bonkers. Definitely not this. Man. Makes me feel like I should have checked the screw size before. I got a whole bunch of these little Allen keys right here, so I thought it was the bigger size, but man, I was wrong. Guess it's the skinnier size. Let's see what we got. Bingo. Winner, winner, chicken dinner right here. Got it. Just not very big, but it's going down. Let's see here. Chris Shepard, what's up, dude? I'm surprised you're not out of the field. What in the world? Let's see. If only you had a manual. Yeah. I have the manuals right there. That's how I knew what screws are supposed to go in there. But sometimes, man, it's more fun to hunt around for stuff. Sometimes you don't want to look at a manual, right? I put one of these together before, but sometimes you want to work for it. Most times you don't. Like now, don't want to work for it. But decided to put some stuff together. You know what's funny is most of my little Allen keys that I have, most of these things are stripped, and I need a nice set. I have some T-handle ones that are pretty good. Seem to get the job done. But these things are, and they've had a hard life. They put a heck of a lot of airplanes together for sure. They're just doing their thing. A lot of those come in like airplane kits that I get. So, yeah. Doing pretty good on that one. That was pretty much tight. Little airplane should take no more than like, what, 10, 15 minutes, I guess, to put together. But sometimes, I hate these little screws, man. They just drive me bonkers. But they're necessary. They got their place. Definitely got their place. Let's see here. Anyone else see the clean heat kerosene lit in your turbines? Yeah, I like burning kerosene. Honestly, I don't mind it. Wiggle fingers say, hey, all. Build another one. Let's see. Doing the same. Yeah, man. Let's see here. Got the water slide decals on my Sports Hawk. Yeah, we saw that. Looked pretty good. I saw how you got that all set up. Looks like it came out really good there, Will. Let's see here. Yeah, it actually really did come out pretty good. Let's see here. Push those around. Got that tail section pretty much done. I'm just having a good old dash of time there. And so that's pretty much done there. Nice. Got that done. We're doing pretty good so far. Definitely need some more Allen keys though, for sure. Let's see here. Afternoon from the frozen NW Indiana. Man, Northwest Indiana, you guys have been getting hammered out there, Charles. That's crazy. Yeah. Y'all have been getting like some snow, like that stuff we can't even dream of over here. It's pretty crazy. Some of the snow that you guys are getting hit with. Let's see. RC Father Will says, I burn diesel. Guys love the smell. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. And the smoke. Yeah. I will say though, something about like the smell of a good old turbine jet, man, is a good smell. Just like on a gas plane. I even like the smell of nitro. I know that's kind of like a thing of yesteryear, but it's the truth, dude. Like a good smelling nitro, man, that'll wake you up. I don't know what health benefits it has. Probably no health benefits, but it definitely wakes you up for sure. What's up, dudes? Guys that are just tuning in. Charles said it's 6 degrees right now there. That's crazy. That is. I couldn't understand what 6 degrees would feel like. I guess you get to a point where it's so cold it doesn't even matter. It just feels like whatever. You know, it feels like survival. That's what that feels like. It feels like survival. So, feels like survival. Bill Wagner says, had enough of that in the Army. Can't stand a diesel anymore. Yeah, dude. That smell of diesel will get to you. For sure. It has a very distinct smell. That's why I don't mind kerosene, because kerosene doesn't stink that bad. When it gets on you, it's very subtle, but it goes away pretty good. You can wash it off. And right now, for you guys, I don't know what kerosene goes for where you guys are at, but here in North Carolina, it's going for about $6.99 a gallon. One guy was like, he was like joking, he was calling it liquid gold. I was like, why do you call it liquid gold? He was like, you'll see. And I'm like, yeah, I get it now. I definitely get why they call it liquid gold. But, you know, there's worse things. Like I said, I drive a diesel truck, so I don't even pay attention to kind of price anymore. It's like just the cost of doing business. So, these screws gotta be the death. And I have the Allen key, the proper one. I don't know what I did with it. I dropped it somewhere. That tail section will need to be revisited again for sure. Oh, there we go. That's why. Let's see here. RC Pro Will says diesel is $3.50 a gallon. Yeah, it is. I got some yesterday. It's like $3.56 here. Let's see. I just used Jet A. Spilled some on my van once. Smell hung around forever. Yeah. Jet A is kind of like the same price as diesel. Not diesel, but like kerosene, right? But they say that you get a little bit more thrust, a little bit more punch out of the diesel. I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, some people say it's just like it's so minimal that it's just like it's not even really that. But what you get in the price of buying it is actually it. So, man, oh man, dude, I've been on Facebook. There's been like some crazy controversies going on with people and stuff like that. I saw one where somebody was it was in Banana Hobby. Somebody was being super rude, I guess, to like some of the staff at Banana Hobby, and they were like, "Hey, we're done, dude." And they blacklisted them. They're like, "We're not going to sell to you." And you know, I think people forget like businesses have like the ability to refuse service to people. I think it's important. Kind of keeps everybody on the same level and honest too. Like if you can't forget that, you know, a little decency goes a long way. And some people would rather have their self-respect than they would rather deal with a bad customer or somebody being rude and disrespectful. You know, I'm not saying that was the case, but I'm just saying that sometimes you can't put a price on your personal pride and things like that, especially if you if you try really hard to do the right thing. It's pretty interesting. Let's see. Oh man, I just missed it. Let me scroll back up. Charles says, how do you feel about the 9-gram servos that are in the E-Flight 80mm Habu XS? Dude, I don't think it's a good idea, Charles. I think they need like a little bit more. They need some stronger servos. 9-gram on an 80mm. Oh, doesn't seem right? Doesn't seem adequate to me. But hey, man, doesn't seem adequate, but it works. I mean, I'm sure they probably tested it to make sure that it was safe. But I put one in the ground, and I swear that it was my fault because I just had a slow reaction in a dive. But I don't know if it was the servo. I felt like I was yanking on the stick, and the airplane was like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to keep on going down, buddy. And keep on keeping on. That's kind of what it did. Let's see here. Just ordered 4 gallons of kerosene. I'm using 4 gallons for $34. That's good, man. That's a good price, Bill. Sometimes you go to Tractor Supply and get it like you can get 5 gallons for like under $50. Jet A is around about $1 a liter here in the UK. Diesel is much more expensive. That's interesting. I don't really know. Diesel was the lowest performer on turbines from the testing I saw. Yeah. Using Windows 11, do I copy and paste my unzipped Tundra file folder into Radio E folder on FR Sky? Dude, I can't help you on that one, brother. Let's see. I agree. What would you recommend? Yeah, man, I don't know. Just like 9 grams is not a lot, but like 12, I mean, it just doesn't seem right to me. Seems like a good mixture of to crash, but like I said, I don't know. It just seems those are like what you put in really. If you look at a 9-gram servo, it's tiny. I don't know if it's like metal gear. I don't even know how many ounces the thing is put out in torque, but for me, it just kind of personally seems like it's like tiny. That's tiny. That's not the greatest. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and put the gear on there, and it's got a heck of a lot of screws. My gosh. It's got a nice little template though. Like, show you guys. So it's got some little posts in there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but it's got some little posts in there. Yeah, this kind of sets in there. Little flush. Let me do that. Also got the manual right here. So we're going to look at that and see. 8mm self-tapping. Did put those in there, didn't I? Yep. And then okay, it's good. And going to, somebody said, Roman, don't look at manuals. You're probably right, but I want to get it done the first time. So nice little baggie of screws. They got blue Loctite on it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's get up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Man, see a little bit of my ugly bug. Let's see here. Been adding carbon to my ailerons and elevators after bending some on high G maneuvers. Oh man, what airplane was that on, Bill? I think they put less than 30 ounces. Man, that's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. Less than 30 ounces? Yeah, it's not a lot. That's not a lot. What do? Take the 30 ounces and times that by 2 so you get 60 ounces worth of like torque? I don't think it works like that. But, you know, that's pretty crazy to me, in my humble opinion. Bobby, it looks like you're struggling with those Allen keys. Maybe you should start a GoFundMe and get you a nice set of hex drivers. To be honest, yeah, you're probably right. But I put some on a Christmas list, believe it or not. So, and so we'll see if that happens or not. But yeah, dude, I am definitely struggling. I'm definitely struggling for sure. It is not, and I have some in the garage, like that, the proper ones, but I'm like in here. And so the tail section's still a little wobbly. I'll just go tighten it up later, but I want to keep moving on with this thing. The key is to not forget to come back. That's kind of, once I take it up and see that tail doing like that, yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, the 90 Raptor and my buddy's Turbine Zeus. Yeah. Man, I want to get one of those Zeus, dude. They look pretty cool. But I just can't bring myself to buy a 45 turbine when they're like the same price of the 80s, you know? And bigger flies better, but that Zeus is an amazing flyer. I have witnessed it with my own eyes. And sometimes that ditch for the Zeus is like you got a small airplane that you can toss in the back. It's turbine, so you're going to get good flight times and everything. So I get it. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not talking bad about it, but I'm just saying it's hard to, you know, but like I said, if you got the disposable income, you know, then you got it. But I'm telling you, man. What's up, BD? Yeah, this is a Sunday stream, dude. I got to give BD a big shout out yesterday. I was having issues with the HSD Jets L39. My dumb self went over there and hit factory reset, trying to fix an issue, and it literally like shut off everything. So BD, I called him up because he's my guy that I call when things go wrong, and I'm like, 99% of the time, BD is like dead on and helpful. So I called them, and man, we got it working. We got it working. It took some time, but like, big shout out to BD Tennessee, dude, because I certainly appreciate it. I mean, you know what, BD's one of those guys that answers his phone every single time I call, or he'll call back. So it's very, very nice, man. I'm definitely appreciative of everything you've done for me. So big shout out to BD Tennessee. Check out his channel. He's got good reviews too on there, man. It's nice having a nice network of people who have a nice skill set. It really is. Let's see here. That's crazy. Let's see here. What's crazy is my Snap-on sets all have play in the hex Allen heads, but hobby grade manufacturers work pretty good. Yeah, I like the ones with the ball link too on them because you know you can get at those weird little angles. Yeah. Let's see. Charles says I'm thinking about replacing the fan on the FMS and Motion RC fan, not necessarily for power, but for better sound in the hobby. Dude, it is super windy outside. That's that cold front rolling through. Beauty says Zeus is great for every day, small, compact, and uses a lot less fuel. Amen. You're right. You're right on about that. That's the thing. I think if I got one, I'd be super happy with it. But I feel like I'm actually like turbine heavy. I say turbine, but because I'm from the South, but I know it's turbine. So for you guys that are, you know, like, man, he's saying turbine like you wear in your head. I know, but I'm saying turbine. So sometimes it's nice to use a little bit of slang and, you know, a little bit of culture. So can't be perfect. So nobody's perfect. Let's see here. Nice. The Zeus and the Raptor 90 both fit in the Porsche just fine. Hey, Bill, quit rubbing that in, dude. What kind of Porsche you got anyway? I love Porsches, by the way. I love Porsches. Porsche. Love them. They're like very, very nice. All right. She is almost done. Man, only thing left to do is put the top wing on. This is pretty cool too because it's got the one little servo like lead right there where you snap it in. Yeah, y'all can see that. And it just goes, it fits straight in there. So plug and play, you know, what more do you want? Nice little package there on 4S. This thing is ballistic, dude. Ballistic. So over here, we're going to flip it over. Man, I spent less time on the gear than I did over here fighting the Allen keys. Chris was not kidding. There is one more thing that I need to do back here. And that is put the screw in the rudder section right here. So cinch that down. And we do have one tiny itty bitty little screw right there. Horizon, my recommendation is to use just regular like Phillips head screws and stuff. Killing us with these little hex heads. Us meaning me. But it works. It looks good. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Try not to drop anything. Oh, yeah, he's got a baby Cayman S. Oh, yeah, those are nice, man. Those are good. Love a mid-engine. Mid-engines handle so nice. Little Decathlon is fun. I had one for a while. Yeah, dude, I snagged this thing on sale Black Friday. So I couldn't not. I mean, it was under $200. Like, what more do you want? Under $200, get you a little Decathlon, something you can throw in the back of the car, go about your business, get a bunch of inexpensive 4S's, and burn it up. Burn it up. A little snapping action going on right there. Okay, she's ready. Move my little chair over here to the side. There we go. Okay, now we're cooking with grease. Transporting features are good, yeah, man, for sure. Paul said, it's okay, bro. We understand you. Even me from Yorkshire. Hey, look, man, I was learning some of the different accents in the UK, Cockney, and all these other ones. And dude, it's very similar to like the US, where you have like your northern, like for instance, there's a Boston accent. You get up to Maine, completely different. You come down like south, and then like it's a different language almost. And you go in the country areas, most rural areas, and you're like, I can't understand you, And then you got your Irish. They, that's pretty cool. You have Gaelic and all this other things, So it's pretty neat. You gotta appreciate that kind of stuff. It is pretty neat though. But we are very appreciative of all the different accents and things. It's just pretty cool. Let's see here. I bought the Dynamite tool set. Nice as everything you need. And a nice cloth case. Yeah, I've got a really nice tool set in my truck, and I leave it in there so when I'm always at the hobby shop or when I'm out flying, it's just in there and I don't have to worry about anything. So a smarter me would probably go and get that, but the dumber me is like, nah. Let's see here. Okay. So we've got the trusty radio right here, the iX14. By the way, you guys did the updates for your iX radios, iX14s. Have y'all noticed they run pretty slow now? Yeah, I have. Let's see if I still have my original RJG in here. I don't think I deleted it out. What's crazy is I have all these models in this thing from airplanes that I have done reviews on, and they are still in there. It's crazy. Let's see. I think I deleted that one out. Airplanes. Yeah, I did, which is fine. So we're just going to make a new model. This one probably has the new Plus, so it's going to download everything to the radio, which I love, which is nice. I know a lot of people are like, I don't like the Spectrum radios. You're paying for the name, so on and so forth. Fact of the matter is, you really are. FR Sky, Radio Master, they're just better setups, really. Price-wise, too. But this one, I've never had any issues with range. I've never had any issues with any of that stuff. So let's see here. Look up Smith Island. Try to understand them. I'm local and still can't understand some of them. That's funny. Yeah, some of those accents, man, are so thick, Even like the New Jersey accent. There's a guy, another YouTuber. Was it Jake Cajun, Jake Quan or something like that? He's got a thick accent too. Seems like a nice guy. So we're gonna put this in here as RJG Decathlon. This was like a little Christmas for me. I was like, I'm gonna get me something nice. I deserve nice things. And also, it was at a price point where I couldn't say no. So let's see. Okay, so I've got that one in there. Now all we need, got the little removable hatch up front here. Nice. Pop that. Set that right there. We're running with looks like an IC3. Okay. Little IC3 action going on. Oh, man. Now we have to figure out. I guess I'm going to have to go get a LiPo now. Yep. I'm going to have to get a LiPo. Unless, got that little 2-cell here, but that's not going to work. So I may have to walk out of here and go get a LiPo. Unless, go over here. Let's see here. Nope. No dice. Gonna walk out of here and go get the get me a little 2-cell LiPo there so we can fire this bad boy up. Let's see here. In the meantime, I'll move this out the way. Man, the worst part about opening up an airplane is the cleanup. That is the worst part. Because it's like Christmas morning. You make the mess, you're excited about it, and then you got like, you know, the boxes, this stuff. And you're like, man, and I don't know about you guys, but I have to fight every single time to get this in the box. It's just like an uphill battle. It's like one of those things you don't want to do, but you end up doing. Let's see here. Cool. All right. And I always just cram it in the box. I get frustrated in like 4 seconds. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I give up. Just cram it on in there. So, trash runs tomorrow. The garbage guys, trash, come and get this. All will be well. Did y'all see that hit me in the head? I did. Cram that on in there. Oh, man. The struggle is real. Let's see. He says, one day I'll have to get it with you on RM. Yeah, I know, Radio Master, man. I'm up for it. You know, I'd give it a shot. Let's see. Now, here's the good stuff. So, when you guys get a chance, you see this foam? This stuff is invaluable, man. You want to hold on to this stuff. So I keep this because it's good for stuffing inside of airplanes, making battery bag holders, whatever you want to do. I use it. I got a box in my garage that I keep most of that stuff in there. Let's see if we can't cram this. Bam. All right. A little torque on it never hurt anything, right? A little torque to the box. All right. So that's that. Now you guys hang tight. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get a LiPo, and that should be good. Stay tuned. I'll walk on out of here. Just went outside. It was absolutely cold out there, dude. It's crazy. I went out there wearing shorts. Dude, it's definitely in the low 30s for sure. We have power. Okay. Pushing the little button there. That's pretty stiff. All right, we're flashing. Let's bind. Binding. So it's binding. Success. Telemetry coming alive. Let's see here. So that's cool. Let's see if it does an automatic update. I love that the Spectrum stuff does an automatic update to the newer setup. So let's see. Okay. It did not do it. I can go into the systems and redo that. But honestly, I don't really need that. I can do it myself. Honestly, a little old-fashioned. I prefer to set it up myself. Kind of makes everything a little bit easier for me. So we're going to do that. I mean, I could go in there and just download the model, but that would make sense. So might do that. You know what? I don't do that enough, so let me just go ahead and do that. Why not? Why not? Proceed. Really nice little setup, though. Let's see here. Really considering converting my 90 Freewing V2 F16 to turbo now. Bill, that's the airplane that would be phenomenal, dude. If somebody would make, and that thing handles the grass really nice, that would be one that I would do. You know? Let's see. Wigglefinger says, Phil, for you all, we're now in the 70s here. What in the world? How are you in the 70s? You must be like in Florida. Teens here tonight, also in the 60s next week. Crazy weather. Yeah, dude. Just crazy. All right, let's do a little bit of import models, shall we? That's not right. Let's go back to that. Man. I do like my IX-14. You know, it's been a good radio. I don't have any issues with it whatsoever. But the only thing I do envy the FR Sky with the redundancy. You have the two what is it 2.458 or something like that. I can't remember. But you have the redundancy in the range, and that is well worth the little asking price that they're asking for that radio. It would be interesting to see Spectrum try to do something similar to that with what already they have. But the problem with Spectrum for me is like they always keep coming out with new radios. Like I literally bought this, and then 2 weeks later they had a the 14 come out or something like that. I'm exaggerating. It wasn't like 2 weeks later. It was more like 3 or 4 months later. It's like they came out with the IX-14 Plus. I'm like, okay, you're just doing stuff over here. All right, let's get this one going. The struggle bus is real. There we go. And you know what's funny is like I was talking about the I really, after having the NX series, I was like, I don't need the IX-14. I can scroll and do it really quickly. After you have this, it's really difficult to go back to scrolling again. It's just something about that. Bill Wagner says still on NX8 upgrade works fine too. Yeah, it's just small simple things. But that NX radio is great. The battery is good. Mine's laying right over here. I got the NX8 over there. NX10 is my backup radio. So when this one fails, if I have to send it in or whatever, I just download everything to that radio. I'm still up and running, and I don't have any issues whatsoever. So pretty cool. Pretty nice setup there. I don't know what this thing's doing. Okay. And we're just working through getting this one squared away. We're talking about holds, you know. Oh, no holds. There we go. when you're in the programming menu, holds our thing. Okay, got that one. Definitely need to plug in that little lead in the back, the server lead in the back, because clearly it's not, because my light is intermittent working. Yeah, definitely need to plug that one back in. But I like how everything's going in the right direction. That's a plus. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that one real quick. That little servo lead lets me know that I'm halfway in there, possibly. Yeah, yep, that's it. Because now the light is on, as you can see. Little light right there. Nice. Little light in the front there. You know, who would have thunk something like this would be fun? Let's see. Exactly. Once you get AIX, NX isn't as good. Haha, it's true. Once I move to the IX, there's no going back. I agree. Super Viper. I like the Super Viper. That Super Viper's in the back. That thing's ready to go, man. I just need to get that thing set up. Let's see, I'm still flying a couple of my turbines, including the Super Viper composite on my old DX. Look, that's the Super Viper composite back there. I just need to put fuel in the turbine engine there and run it up and make sure it's good to go. So, but yeah, that is one of the cheap areas. Looking to get my Scott Tandem X20R with the 4-in-1 module. That's cool. Very cool, very cool. Let's see, let me get back up there. Pull that off. Nice. You know what's funny? Is I actually should probably do like a GoFundMe for some airplanes, right? It's getting poor these days with all these airplanes. Let's see. What do they call it? They call it like airplane rich. So, all right. I think we're all. Now, here's what's interesting. Screen goes blank, right? Still got control. Not sure what's going on with that. And then I guess it was getting ready to go into sleep mode. I hit the button right there and it lit up. It's just saying hold one. Hold one. So, yeah, for sure. Not sure what's going on with that one. I'm probably going to reboot that. Going to unplug the battery. Throttle cut looks on. I don't know, man. Sometimes these things get crazy. And I'm restarting the radio right now, so restarts take a little while. But so far, this has been a nice little build. They've done a lot of nice things inside of there. Just an easy, just a nice little airplane. Nice little package, too, for what it is. So looks good, good detail, that kind of thing. Let's see here. Jump into the chat a little bit there while I'm waiting for my radio to boot back up. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Oh, you're in Arizona. Okay. Bring some kind of heat my way. 2.4 at 900. That's it. Yep. Can't go wrong with 900 megahertz. That's what it is. Yeah, 2.4 is good. 900 megahertz gets you the range. Let's see. You're going to love it, Bobby. They fly great. Yeah, Paul, I'm like really excited about it. That one's got like a 140 in it. So it's like 31 pounds of thrust. So it's like right smack dab in that median, I guess. What are you flying in yours, Paul? What do you have in yours? Chris said you could run it off of an 80. And I was like, I don't know. What are you flying yours off of? Drone Aero Gaming, what's going on? He says, where can I get an 80mm EDF ARF Pro? Crash my Freewing Mirage. Freewing, they have them. I think they do. If not, you can go to Turbines RC. Good combo, Chris. I like the IX-18 better. Buddy uses Futaba. He says receivers are expensive and getting harder to find. Yeah, dude. I've got a Futaba 2.4. I've got a ton of those receivers. And they're the RF-17s or something like that, 6Fs or whatever. I have a bunch of those. IX-18 or the 18RS. Paul Sod says, I have a Zakhoi 120 in mine. Perfect, dude. So then that should be really good. That thing, the only thing about it is it weighs like maybe close to 3 pounds, but the airframe's not going to care about it. So what I'm told, got a big George Miller A10, needs some 150 turbines. Good gosh, man. Whew, you're talking about the money. You're gonna fill that in the pocket there, sir. Gonna fill that in the pocket. All right, so we're back up and running. we're gonna just pull this model from the ones that are already there from the list. And we're gonna go to sort model list. Nope, we're not gonna do that. I hit the back button and it's still thinking. I don't do this enough. Let's see here. Nope, we're going to go back. Keep it in the wrong things. Add a new model. Bond and fly. Bingo. Just that easy, right? No reason to struggle. And I'm going through the list. And look, Decathlon RJG is in there. I'm importing that one in there. Comes with a nice little picture in there. Okay. So we're going to rebond this thing and do that. Got power. It's already bound. We're just going to rebond it. And, you know, do that for good measure. Do that for good measure. All right, here we go. Cool. Fine. Okay. Applying packets. So it's going through that all over again. Let's see here. Red wine is fine. What's up, buddy? What is shaking? Oh, there we go. Helps when you got the mouse. I made a fuel system in mind and doubled it. Fully wet, it weighs 34 pounds. The model doesn't care. It performs great. It still has pretty much unlimited vertical. Man, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm wondering what kind of flight time I'm going to end up getting out of that with that big old fuel tank in there. Okay. I don't think that actually pulled that model in there. But let's just take a look. Let's just take a look here. Oh, there it is. Go figure. Activate. It is nice that they pull in the little picture of it. Can't really see that. Yep, there it's right there. Kind of cool. And now I have to go through the binding process again. By the way, today is a good day for me to go through and delete a bunch of models that I got left in this thing. That like of airplanes that I have, you know, had, bought, sold, gone on to other flyers, gone on to the big airplane in the sky, you know what I mean? So I'm going to bond this one to it. It'll be good. Let's see. Scrolling on down. Very cool. Dude, I've been going live for this has been an hour? That's crazy. Just over here messing around. You know what they say? Time flies when you're tinkering with airplanes. Especially when you're at the field. It definitely goes by fast. But today is not the day that I am going to go out and play in the wind for sure. All right. So we got everything set up now. Cool. Got a little power. Throttle cuts on there. Nice. I like that. The only thing I like to change is my elevator and rudder. I always change those, and I always go in there and change the forward programming. This is great for what it is, but I always go in there and try to, you know, make it to what I like it to be. So that's what we're going to do. So we got this right here. We're going to slap the wings onto this bad boy. Try not to tear anything up in the process, because that's always a thing sometimes. I'm going to pull this back. Nice. Okay. I was wondering why I couldn't fit it in there. It's got these little protective holders right there. Yes. Pull those little guys off of there. That snaps off right there. Boom. Just small little things that make a big difference. I mean, the way they went about putting this thing together is really nice. I can't complain about it. And it just goes together. Just goes, man. So we got that. We're gonna put these little canard things on. Probably should secure that battery. Yeah, we'll do that. Just gonna pull that battery out of there. Then put the wing on here. I love that there's no screws for these right here. I love that. The struts need nothing other than you to put them where they go. Because nothing's worse than being at the field and having to put, those on. In my opinion. That's just me. Let's see here. Let's see. Was cool hanging with Will earlier in the week. Talking planes and rides. Yeah, Will's a good dude, man. He's a good guy. And Will's the same Will that you see on the channel as he is in real life. Just a good, solid dude with no malice. Snap. Okay. So we're putting that in here. And got that goes here. Nice. And then the other one goes in here. Nice. Locks in. Push. Nice little snap. Snap. Guess what? We almost got us a plane, man. We almost got us a plane. Okay. So we're good on that. I'm going to plug this little battery back up here. Just for testing purposes. Okay. Let this thing go through. Right. Left, right, up, down. Dude, we're cooking. Got a little power right there. Turn that on. Yep. Dude, this is pretty cool, man. Dude, the lights on the side are very nice. You got your red and white lights right here. You got your green and white lights right here. I mean, that's pretty nice, man. Just an easy going airplane right there. So something nice and small. Hang that bad boy up there. Yeah. I like that. I like it a lot. But meanwhile, like I was saying, I'm going to go into the settings here and change some of the flight mode setup so I can get that going on. Let's see here. Going back in there. Forward programming is where we're going to go. We are connected. So safe is off. AS3X is on. Good. Advanced menus. Yeah, man, this is pretty cool. Yeah. Nice. Got cool. We're looking pretty good, boys and girls. This thing's pretty nice. I'd say this is a done deal right here. Man, oh man. I'm pretty happy with this. AS3X games. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go in here and probably go in there and kind of reset the whole forward program. That way I can give it a little more, a little less. Gains, go in and change things. But dude, this is pretty nice. So looks like it's going to be a keeper for sure. Let's see here what we got. Let's see what else we got going on over here. This has been pretty good. Just going to go in here, take a look. And this thing flies. This is going to be a really nice flyer. This thing has tons of power, so as I remember. But yeah, we should be pretty good. Everything all situated. Put the flight modes right there. Switch G. All these nice flight modes, huh? Yeah. All right. Switch is G. All right, we got that done. So now we're going to jump back into here, and we are going to go into flight mode setup. Then I'm going to put it on a switch. Nice little setup on this thing, this little airplane. It is annoying that you get those holds, man. It's like holds 3. It's like, I know, no, I'm getting holds. Just going to reconnect to that. And I must activate safety cut. I love that. All these little safety features that are in there. Okay. And I'm just setting up the flight modes, really. So we're good on that. Good on that. Good there. And we are in good shape. Okay. Hey, man, we're good to go. Got lights and everything. So, all right, boys and girls, I think we are good to go, man. I'm going to pull this battery out of there. Got that one all taken care of. So we're going to button this thing back up like so. Look at that. And there you go. We have us an RJG, RJ Gritter airplane, all complete and everything done in under about an hour and 13 minutes. So really nice looking airplane. Can't really go wrong with it, man. This is actually pretty good. So I'm going to go take this thing and go put it up. So on to the next one, right? So, man, this has been pretty good. Hope you guys enjoy that. We just do a little random, pop in and kind of see what was going on. So hope you guys enjoy that. I don't know, I just felt like doing something a little different, pop it on there. So we're going to get out there and have some fun with this one. It's a little too windy today, honestly, for my liking to fly. I think the winds right now are, what, 26 miles an hour and gusting up to 40-something. So let me see here. I just pulled up a picture of our field, and the sock is straight out. So that lets you know it is gusting like crazy. Yeah, that's wild. So, I mean, like straight line speeds too. So yeah, again, it is, as we speak right now, the wind is 27 miles an hour and it's gusting up to 41. So that is cooking. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go and kind of relax, kick my feet up and go hang out. But guys, certainly appreciate you guys. And like I said, stay tuned. We'll always have some more stuff, probably pop it on, whatever. But good time as always, good to hang out. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I hope y'all have a good one. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time.